Ladies and Magental Sirs, we you asked, we answered. We've got the world famous Juniper of Twitter celebrity and also of her own podcast, Western Kabuki. You're the showrunner over there, right? Are you
What does
like
that
you
mean?
you
What does showrunner mean?
you got
He's like
top
the
billing?
head. If
You
one of you were to eat all of the other people, which one? That's
I mean, I guess probably me. I don't like run the show. I don't do the like, hey guys, this is Western Kabuki. I don't like do that. But like
mm,
I guess I don't know. We kind of we all do our own thing. We kind of we're all equal. We're just a little family
how
is
long
my
have you guys
answer.
been how long have you been recording Western Kabuki? How long has that one been going on?
It's been going for about a year and a couple of months now. I think our first episode, so funny enough, it's used to be two it just I wasn't on it when it started. It was a Nicolas Cage like rewatch podcast at first. And then
Okay.
I was invited on to guest for it for an episode, and I like just had a good time and vibed with them. And then we like came together and we're like, how about let's shift it to just like random bullshit topics we want to talk about slash politics, and I joined. So then it kind of took off from there. So like it technically like that phase, which is like the current phase of Western Kabuki, started in like December 2022.
what is Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage,
Movies, like
Like
movies.
yeah,
movies, like watching
I'm
Nicolas
so
Cage
yeah.
stupid. I
movies.
thought it was like a Twitter person, and I
No,
was like,
So
no.
so
you're saying that you had such a good guest appearance on that podcast that you permanently became a member. They just like were like get in here like
that's kind of
permanently. That's
Basically,
crazy.
yeah.
base. That's a
That's
Yeah.
powerful
crazy.
move.
Yeah, no,
Uh
because we like we finished recording and then we just kept talking for 3 hours. So like I don't know, we just had a good vibe. There was a good vibe and it just kind of went from there. Yeah.
I love that. That's a great feeling. Do you guys
Yeah.
record in person or is it like over Zoom like this?
Over Zoom. Yeah, we do the same thing as you
Zoom.
guys. Yeah. Same exact thing.
Nice.
Since we're
Sorry.
snapping back into it, I meant to
Question number
say,
one. Sorry about
I
that.
meant to say, Harris, don't think anyone is gonna let you get away with you laughing at your own ladies and gentleman joke as we open this entire thing, dude.
Did I laugh at my own
You
joke? I'm
literally
so
paused
used
for a
to it.
second and chuckled, and I was
Do you,
like,
do you know
dude,
do you know what I actually was trying to
what?
recreate was I remember there was one time that I opened a podcast or something. I remember like early on opening a podcast jokingly with ladies and germs, and you literally were just like, why would you say that? And I was like, I was being
That's
ironic.
that's even ironic. That's worse than laughing at your own joke.
That
Even
is
worse.
worse.
like
That is
like
worse.
I'm a giggler. I love to laugh. I love to giggle. I'm full of joy and whimsy. So like I try
Exactly.
not to laugh at my own jokes, but like if other people are laughing at what I say, then I laugh. Like
Oh yeah, you
that's
gotta bask in it.
Yes.
You gotta
yeah,
bask in it a little
100%.
bit.
especially if someone has like a contagious laugh, that's like okay, I think. But laughing at your own joke, bad form, bad form,
Bad
Very bad,
etiquette. Bad
very
bad
bad
etiquette.
form.
form.
Let me ask you this. I guess we'll start with some. I have some questions just about like the Juniper like timeline because at the time that I joined Twitter, you were already a mainstay of Twitter. I mean, you were already like really well known, like the pudding person label. You had already coined Goblin mode. That was a big
Yeah.
one, and you were well known. And I remember that first time getting a pudding person retweet signal boost, and I was like, "Oh, it was." I think I tweeted it was the you remember way back when? God, this is like a whole different era
You
of Twitter. I
still
think it was.
remember the tweet she retweeted for
I'm
you?
Well, I
honored.
remember
I'm
this
like
one
honored
because
that you remember this.
I
This is like
remember
I feel,
because
huh?
I actually feel like it was the first time that I got like it wasn't just from you. It was like you, Bosch, like a bunch of left wing, like the Surfs, like all retweeted this one when I redrew that really cringe Elon Musk meme that he posted where somebody was like covered in the jab and all and like a bunch of flags and he was
Yes.
like
Oh,
you're brainwashed or whatever. You remember that? And then I
I
drew the
do.
two of them making
Oh
out.
I
yes,
do
And then
yes.
remember
and
that.
then like that one just went like freaking, goo goo gaga mode. And I remember that
That was
I
so good.
remember that was the first time that I had interaction with you loosely on Twitter, I guess, and that's when I
Yeah.
was like, poggers. But that was even that was all the way back in like straight up. What was that like?
It had
2 years
been
ago,
it had been
nearly.
like, yeah, 2022 or early 2023 if I had to guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
like
while
over a year
back.
ago at this point.
That's crazy.
But so my question, I guess, for you is when did you feel like things started to kind of pop off for you on Twitter? Or do you even do you remember like that first viral tweet, like that first banger that you posted that kind of got the ball rolling?
Yeah, it's hard to say like well, I have like a couple of moments where like it started like adding up because I feel like anyone who's like kind of gotten attention beyond just like likes on posts kind of has like a timeline in their head of like what led to what. And
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, I was just like right after like the 2020 election, I was like, okay, politics is useless. Like nothing you post online actually is going to like influence politics, whatever. I'm just going
Mm-hmm.
to have fun.
Doesn't matter.
So yeah, like it's so I was just like posting fun, whatever, like shit posting, whatever you want to call it. And like the first like big like moment that was like a moment because I had like at this time I had maybe 9,000 followers, the whole Goblin mode thing.
Hmm.
um Goblin mode is, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's hard to remember, but that was over 2 years ago now. But
What was the
that's
connotation of
um
you posting it? Was it just I'm going goblin mode? What was it?
no, so the connotation is it was my first time with COVID. I like just got COVID. It was Easter, or there was like I had some like family event and I like couldn't go because I had COVID. I was bedridden. I was just like laying in bed while my family was having a wonderful time with each other. And I'm just like I'm laying in bed. I'm just posting online and I saw like it was the Kanye West breaking up with Julia Fox stuff like 2 years ago,
Oh my
and
God.
I just like changed the headline to say Kanye West didn't like when like he broke up with her because she went goblin mode or something like that. Like that's all it was. But people like retweeted it a lot and it started making the rounds on like Kanye West Reddit, like the subreddit. And
Let's
like
go.
yeah,
Let's
like a
go.
lot
Let's
like people
go.
just started believing it. And then so like I kind of would post about like, oh my God, this is like popping off. Eventually it got to Julia Fox. She made an Instagram post that I still have a screenshot of where she had to clarify. She had to say, I have never used the phrase goblin mode, which is incredible.
That's
Like
amazing.
when I saw that, I was stuck in traffic going down to Chicago. This was like a week after, because like the whole thing was like going on for a week. Because there were just like articles about the fake post that I made.
Crazy.
So
Crazy.
basically it was like a period of 3 months where I would just like post fake headlines that would fool like journalists, and like people would report on these fake things for this brief period of time. And I went from like maybe 15,000 followers to like 80,000 followers in a couple of months. And then from there, it was just kind of like a constant sort of growth from there.
That's
Wow, yeah, that
crazy.
is crazy. Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that Goblin mode is like what was it, Merriam-Webster word of the year or something is like that shit's
Yeah,
fucking
it
crazy.
was word of the year in 2022. Yeah.
Did you? I'm
Which is
shocked
crazy.
you didn't completely sell out and do like goblin mode T-shirts or
Yeah, no
anything. Like, did that
I
did that ever cross your mind?
it it like did people always would tell me that, but I don't know, I've always had a real I've never liked the idea of like selling stuff like that. Like
Mm,
if I want people to like give me money, it's either that just it's because they really want to, like through like a donation or whatever, or if I'm providing content in return, like
mm,
with the podcast. That's why I felt comfortable like running a Patreon for that, because it's like, okay, I believe I am giving you content that would hopefully be worth paying for. I don't want to just like make you buy something that anyone could theoretically make. I'm not the only person that could make a Goblin Mode t-shirt, you know?
Right,
I'm not an
right.
yeah,
artist. I don't do art. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean that
It
we kind of
sucks
have the
though
same.
that
Well, go ahead.
we do have that same mentality about merch, but it does kind of suck that there was no. Well, I guess the following was the reward, I
It was. I mean,
suppose. Is
because
that how you'd view it?
yeah, the following has led to a lot of like weird opportunities in real life, and the podcast. I mean, the podcast is really only successful because of all of that. Like
Right.
Mm,
most of the listeners have come from Twitter, basically. or just like guest appearances on other other podcasts, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm just so moral. I'm just
It's
so
just
moral.
so
I
Above
can't.
everyone.
so
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
moral.
I just like
Yeah.
can't make people spend money on merch.
You're
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
lose a lot of patrons once they see you're talking to Harris. This guy is sick. This guy is
I know.
twisted. This dude
I
is
know. I
sick.
feel I'm nervous about this. This is the
We
most
Exactly.
controversial podcast I've ever been on.
That's crazy. It is actually kind of crazy, especially it's funny, like even today, Zach was just sending me some of the responses that he was getting for this incredibly wholesome comic with a House of the Eagle. And I thought
Bro,
it was like
Yes.
really sweet and
I
nice
hate
and
that
like
comic. Fuck
and
that comic,
and
dog.
No,
actually
it's cute. I love it.
yeah, and Zach
It's
was actually just like, I
pandering, and
shouldn't have posted this. It's too saccharine. It's too sweet. And I was just like, and I was like, no, it's really nice. And then even with how like sweet and polite it is, everyone's like, kill this man. Like literally all of the quote tweets are just like, it's so
I wasn't even
great.
trying to be like bloodborne trans woman. It was more the piece. The piece was literally just like, "Hey, House, we got your back. We've had your
Yeah.
back, and we'll continue to have your back." That's
That's
all
what
it
I got from
was.
it.
That's all it
That's what I got
was.
from
That's
it.
all it
That's
fucking
all of
was.
it. That's all
And
it
I
is.
got fucking bitch ass dudes
Blown
like,
out.
"You fell off. You fell off," and I'm like, "Bro, go fuck yourself." I'm so
No,
so fucking heated.
I quote tweeted it at first
I
just
saw
because
it and
it's
then you
I deleted
unretweeted
it
it, and I was
because
like, "Oh, she thought it was bullshit too.
no,
She
no.
thought it was bullshit too."
Did you get some
Avengers
heat?
Thanos.
Did you get some heat for the retweet there?
I didn't get heat for it, but I got replies to my quote tweet saying like, "Oh, this is epic," like roasting it. I'm like, no, I'm not roasting this comic. I think it's like I love it. I think it's really sweet
So
because
annoying.
I love Blouse of Decline. I love her. Oh my
I
god, she's
know.
amazing. No, I just thought it was
just
cute.
we had just recorded an episode with her and it was great. And actually I felt like the topic of her coming out was like kind of a minor part of the whole thing. We ended up talking about a bunch of other bullshit anyway. It was just like, but she's just awesome. Like
Yeah,
The
one of
fact
the
that we've talked
funniest
about
people.
Sam
One of
so
the
funny.
Smith the past 3 episodes.
Okay,
There's no Sam. We're not talking
I
about Sam
can't bring
Smith
up
now.
Sam Smith.
You're
for
not
another episode.
allowed.
I can't get into
You know what?
it.
Let
I
me get
can't
it out of the
into
way. Let me get it out of the way.
Please, let's talk about it.
Let
I
me
need to
post
know.
the fucking. All right, June. How do you
Okay,
feel about this
look
fit?
at the
How do you
chat.
feel
Like,
about
Oh
this
do you
fit?
no, I'm gonna
do you have
get
the pics?
canceled.
You've seen it. Everybody's seen this fit.
Post the fit here. Post the
Fuck.
fit
Oh,
and let's
no,
wait.
I don't.
post the fit and let's be done with it.
I
Let's
don't
be
have it
done with it.
saved, but
Oh, I got
have
it
on
saved. I got it
I have
saved.
it on
I'll post
speed
it.
dial.
I'm posting it. All right, I'm posting the fit and we can be done with it. We can stop talking about this.
I love this pic so much. It looks so good. Dude, okay. The point that we've been trying to drive home is that, and I still feel like I can't formulate a coherent sentence about it. But my point is that, like, I don't hate this. I don't hate Sam Smith because they're non-binary. I think the time has come in the year of our Lord 2024 that we need to recognize
Oh.
that being non-binary is not carte blanche to just dress like an Oompa Loompa. It's just not okay.
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
Okay.
Does that not look like a farting gimp suit? Like, does that literally not look like a farting gimp suit?
It's there's like some sort of inflation thing going on here. Have you guys ever seen that cube where that guy is like suppressed into the cube? That's like the inverse of this.
Oh, like
Wait,
the
I don't
fetish,
know
the
that.
fetish thing, the
cube,
latex
the fetish
cube.
cube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dear
No,
God.
I have the same opinion. It's like artists or like actors will come out as non-binary, and their like managers or their like stylists are like, "Uh-oh, time to break out the gimp suit."
It's crazy.
It's just
Yeah.
too much. It's too much. And the reason that Sam Smith even came up 2 episodes ago is because Lizzo posted a video where she was saying, because first she said I quit music, or no, she said I quit, and then
Yeah.
she came back and she posted a video and she was like, no, like I meant I don't quit music, I quit reacting to the negativity. And everyone's like, ah, here we fucking go. But my
Yeah.
point is that when I saw that video, I was like, girl, I know you're all about the body positivity. That's chill. I'm with the shits, okay? why are your areolas out for this fucking video? This is not an appropriate time to be wearing like a bodysuit that I don't understand. With some of these artists that I'm just like,
Bro,
I
this is your
understand.
argument. Let me send it to you. One sec.
What is it? What's my argument?
One sec.
I don't-
One sec.
Your
I feel
argument is put on more clothes, you woman. You're distracting me. You're
Even.
distracting me
I
with
just
your
don't
fashion sense.
I just don't get it. And I feel the same way about Harry Styles. And I think Harry Styles fired his stylist like 3 years ago because he was
That
getting too
man
much
shouldn't
shit
have been
for it.
fired. He should have been put up against the wall and shot in the back of the head multiple times.
No, I think
This
that's
is
like
your
the thing,
argument,
though.
Harris.
What are you sending me?
The classic.
Oh no, what is it
What
gonna be?
is Barney Frank looks disgusting. Nichols protruded in his blue shirt before that is a crazy fit though.
Yeah.
That's a
He had a bad stylist too. Maybe he was non-binary.
Yeah, I
yeah,
would put
it
it past
might have
him.
been.
I would
I
put
think
it
this
past
might
him.
have been non-binary
First
prejudice.
non-binary man in the Senate.
This is there they are.
Yo,
Nipples and all.
if Trump came out as non-binary, dog,
I'm getting
that would be the
whiplash.
most
50 state
baller.
50 state sweep.
He would have
Sweet.
both of my votes. He'd have my they, them, my they vote, and my them
And the
vote.
them vote, that's great. These are the jokes, people. Let me ask you this, June. When did it start happening, or has it happened that people IRL started recognizing that you
Fuck.
have like a lot of internet clout?
Okay, so it like has really ramped up. I get recognized all the fucking time, which is weird because like my profile picture is not my face. I've just been doxxed enough and have posted my picture like a couple times, so people just know me. So the very first time it happened, other than just like 2 years ago, when I met my now ex, we're still on good terms, but we met on Tinder, and she was like, "Wait, we used to be mutuals." And she deleted
No
her Twitter.
way.
Yeah, no, we used to be mutuals like in 2020 when I had like 500 followers. So like she was maybe the first person to recognize me. I was like, oh shit, yeah, we used to be, which was like pretty cool. But from then, like I met like just a couple of people because like the trans scene even in Chicago, which is a big city, is like small enough to where you'll be like, oh, I know someone who like knows someone I follow. So like I've just like met people like that. But the first time I was like recognized as like the internet person, I was at a concert, a really small concert. There was maybe 100 people tops there. And it was a heavily trans crowd, of course. This was maybe a year ago. I think it had to have been like April, May last year. And I was walking home from the concert. I was walking to my car, and a group of 4 people walked by me, and someone from the group looks at me and was like, are you Miss Goblin Mode? And I was like,
awesome.
yeah, I am.
Yeah. Are you the Snickers dick vein? As a matter of fact, I am.
Yeah, it happens a lot now. I was just at another concert with kind of the same scene, which I go to a lot of concerts at this point in this like same scene. It's called the cyber grind, like hardcore Chicago scene. So I just like am recognized a lot now just because I'm friends with a lot of people in it. But
what is this scene?
I love this. We got to back up to the cyber grind.
Cyber grind.
You said it like we were gonna be like, yes, the cyber grind.
No,
is it skating? What is it?
No, cyber. No, that's hilarious. No, so it's an offshoot of like grindcore music, which is like pretty heavy, like sort of like how do you describe grindcore music? Like, no, it's like punk hardcore adjacent. It's like really heavy music, like fast drums, guitar, like screaming vocalist, like sort of that sort of stuff. But with the cyber grind genre is like a synthesis of like Nintendo core elements, like Nintendo, like like chiptune-esque type stuff sometimes with this like grindy, really
like
fast
my life is like a video game. Is
no.
that
yes, the quintessential.
Have you seen the guy who sings that song? Ronnie Radke?
Is that not the guy in that video?
No,
Wait,
no,
Like that
no, like
iconic one?
the actual artist. No,
Wait,
that
no, I thought that guy made it. I thought the guy in the
no,
video
it's
made
like a
that.
punk rock like emo guy named
What?
Ronnie Rad. Yo,
No,
it's
what?
crazy.
wait,
No, that guy
No,
just got blown the fuck
no,
out over the video. That's an actual
no,
song from a rock album. I'm not
no.
even kidding. You
what?
have
You're
to
gonna
look
kill
this
me.
up. You
Wait,
have
why
to
is
look
this like
this
a
up.
video game? Wait, who sings this song?
I
Why is this
swear
like
it's
a video
Ronnie
game
Radke. Let me check.
song?
No, I thought it was that dude in the TikTok, like that guy
No,
with the like
it's
power
not the
glove or
guy in the
whatever.
TikTok. It is not. Yeah,
Fuck.
Game Over by Falling in Reverse. Yeah.
Falling in reverse.
What the
No,
Yes,
hell?
not
yes,
falling in
that's them. It's
reverse.
them.
Oh
Oh my
no.
God! Wait, this album cover makes it seem like
I know, isn't it
actually.
like what?
What
What
the
the
hell? I
fuck?
did
Yeah,
not know
no,
this.
I
Have you
never really
seen the
like
sequel one with the guy that you thought was the one singing it? Have you seen like the sequel one he made?
Yeah, I
That
have.
one fucks me up. That one fucks me up.
Yeah,
This is a
no, it's
little
good.
too weird for me.
I I knew of Falling in Reverse because that was kind of like the 2000 they were kind of like an emo like like late 2000s early 2010s like hit with like the like scene crowd like
Yeah.
in back in those days. And really funny also too if it's the band I'm thinking of, my parents like vaguely like know the kind of music I'm into, and I was talking to them a couple of weeks ago and they're like, yeah, we just went to go see the Daughtry concert. There was a Daughtry concert
Oh
a
hell
couple
yeah!
couple of months ago, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, Daughtry wasn't the like headliner, but he was before, like they went for Daughtry, but the headliner was, I believe, if I remember correctly, Falling in Reverse. And my dad was like, "Yeah, they were like we left early
No
because
way.
they started singing about some satanic shit, and the building was started shaking, like because everyone was like moshing and
They're
stuff, and they're
just
like, yeah,
playing
we
My
had
Life
to."
is like a video game really
Yeah, like really
loudly.
loud,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
surprised that like I wonder if that actually makes it to their set list. Like, do they like playing this
There's
song live,
no
or are
way
they
because
ashamed of
it's
it?
this guy seems like, just based on interviews I've seen, that he takes himself too seriously. That I
Oh
there's
God,
Live
no
is
way.
like a video game.
that's
That
insane,
that's a
dude. I
big
did not
well,
know that.
dude. What's most insane is that Daughtry is still touring. What the hell is
Yeah,
going on with that
they're
guy?
still out
I
there.
haven't heard that name in so
He
long,
what
dude.
doesn't he only have one? Does he sing "I'm going home"? Isn't that his
Yeah,
only
right?
song?
To the
That's his
He still
only
place
song.
where
he
I
still pulls the Gen
belong.
Xers. He still pulls them
Dude,
heavy.
this guy's crazy.
Yo, what if it's the gay version and he's like, I'm getting dome. And
Oh,
it's
that's
from
good.
another guy. Yeah, there's something there.
There's something
There's
there.
something there.
I have like such warmth in my heart for this type and era of music now though.
Yeah,
Like this like
it's like
Daughtry
butt
is
rock, like butt
it
rock
is
type
it's
music. Yeah.
butt rock and it's
How's
like
just explain that term to us again? What is it? What is butt? It's like dad rock.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, I can explain butt rock. All right. It's the first of all, the name butt rock comes from these like really corny radio stations that'll be like 101.8 the Stingray. We play nothing but rock. And then people latched onto
Oh,
that
right.
and
You
then
said
becomes a
this last
butt
time.
rock. And the whole idea, which is such a good name, but the whole idea is basically that it's like
Nickelback shit, right?
name so
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
Nickelback, but Nickelback is came and went before the term butt rock. Like the term butt rock is more recent and it kind of has retroactively like encapsulated a lot of that type of music,
Yeah, it's
which
kind of like how
was
hair metal describes an era of music more
yes.
so than like at the time people describing it like that, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think butt rock just in general, because there are different genres. Like you have, I think Creed falls into butt rock for sure, Nickelback, but also I think you have some bands like Motley Crue that you
Oh,
could call butt
yeah.
rock. And they don't sound like each other, but they all kind of fit that just like
Yeah.
it like
The
yeah, I don't know
vibe.
what you would call it, that vibe that just
Yo, we were much too mean to Nickelback. You know,
they're
like
They're
fine.
aggressively okay. They're like
yeah,
aggressively
but
fine.
that,
Yes.
yo, we did, okay, in Pennsylvania, we got rid of mountain lions, which personally I don't care. Okay, I love cats,
What?
but they're very
You're like,
scary.
let's drive extinction events.
Yeah, what
Yes,
do you
let's
Yeah,
mean
do
but
you
it.
it
got rid
caused
of?
the deer population to go crazy. So like we got rid of Nickelback, this innocent creature, and allowed these fucking Imagine Dragon piece of shit assholes to
Well,
come in
it
and
there
take their place, dog. We
Yeah.
should have just stuck with
Imagine
Nickelback.
Dragons didn't come about because Nickelback died. There will
No, they
always,
did for my bit. They did.
After Imagine Dragons dies, there will be a new version of that. There will always be this version because there is such a huge demographic, and it's mostly I think it's mostly Middle America. No offense, June, technically
Oh, it's
Middle
fine.
America, but
No,
it is.
I'm Midwest and proud.
It's definitely there's a thing where there's just a bunch of people that are just like, even though like rap is kind of like old now. We're not even playing rap on the
Rap's on the
radio. We're
way
playing
out.
like
It's
it's on the way
country.
out. But
Country's on
people
the
at
way out.
least yeah, but people will still be like, I don't care for all this hippity hoppity music. I miss rock. That's real music. And then you have these bands like Imagine Dragons, which are solely created to appease that that group
Yeah.
of people that are just like, oh, now these guys are playing real music. And it's like, dude, it's like they
Does Morgan
compress it to the
Wallen
point.
is Morgan Wallen like that or no?
Morgan Wallen is just straight country, baby.
Is he?
Yeah. More isn't he? That's like
He
his
uses a
thing.
lot of like
Yeah.
It's like he uses auto tune, but so does fucking
A lot of country, like as of like the mid
I'll use it.
2010s, kind of did auto tune.
Adopted
That was
that?
like a
Okay.
thing. Yeah, that was like kind of a thing. I think there was a name for like the bands that heavily like Florida Georgia Line. I don't know if they like because
Oh
they
yeah.
kind of did like that auto tune type shit. But I don't know if that ever like spun out into a different name for that. It might have. I don't really know.
I love Morgan Wallen. They keep trying to
Yeah.
make me hate him. They just posted that video of him throwing a chair off of a roof at like a hotel, and I'm like,
That rocks.
I love
That
him.
rocks.
And Harris, you were saying, remember that video you showed me? Like he said the N-word or something, and you were like,
What? Whoa, whoa.
This guy's
I don't know
awesome.
anything about that.
No, he did get in trouble for that. He did get in trouble for that. I think.
Yeah, that's not
Oh no,
good.
that's not good. Yeah.
I do have
Yeah, it's
like
not good.
I don't like the fact honestly that country is becoming or people are acting like, oh, now country is in the mainstream, and it's like, dude, country has always been the top, always in America it's been the top selling,
Yeah, you could look at like any
But-
year and there's always been like a country hit. Like
But
Always.
don't
Like,
you
like,
remember
like yeah.
as a kid
Dude.
talking about music with people, and there was every kid in class would be like, I like all music except metal and
Country and rap and maybe
Dude,
rap.
Metal and country. Maybe rap
Okay.
for you guys, but
I am literally not kidding that okay, listen to this. Garth Brooks, country singer. He is second only to Michael Jackson in, I think, Diamond. No, dude. Garth Brooks is the only artist in music history to have released 9 albums that were certified diamond. How
That's
many of us
whack.
here can sing a Garth Brooks song? I don't know. I don't know any fucking songs.
is he
by
the
him.
one
either.
that's secretly Australian?
Well,
I'm not
they-
even lying. There's a big country guy who I just found out was Australian, and it blew me the
Shit.
fuck away.
It
I
might
gotta
be him.
see.
I don't
No,
know.
the,
Let me
the
see.
really funny thing about him is no, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and this is why you're getting confused. Garth Brooks for one album went by Chris Gaines, which was his emo phase, and he was pretending to be Australian.
Is
I'm
that what
not
it
even
is?
kidding.
He was doing a
He-
bit.
He released one. I'm
Oh.
going to send a picture right now of this album cover. Garth Brooks as Chris Gaines.
Oh.
And he literally released one album where he was like, I'm doing something different, baby. And he looks like this on the album cover. Oh, fuck. I sent the Wikipedia page and not the.
Yo, I did find that wasn't who I was thinking of. There is an Australian. You ready for this?
There's a secret Australian. I
Keith
can't wait to find it.
Urban. Keith
Oh, he's
Urban.
fucking
Keith
Australian.
Urban,
He's
I did know he was
Australian.
Australian. I did
Oh.
know that, yeah.
That's kind of sick to just like become a part of American monoculture just by doing like the most American genre. Like he's basically an American at this
Well,
point. He might
Aussies-
actually be.
It's probably easy
Yeah.
for Aussies because their like culture is like very country-esque. They're
Mhm.
like drinking beers and grilling a lot, but
They're like spiritual American Midwesterners.
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
We were
love
literally
Aussies.
we were literally just talking because Zach sent me this video of a koala.
It makes
like,
me cry, bro. Don't bring it
screaming,
up.
yeah, which was really unusual to watch. But it does make me just think. It is so bizarre that Australia was just the dumping ground for like
For humanity.
England. Yeah, they just were like sending all of their prisoners over there, and then they revolted. I don't know the history of Australia like
It's
year
like
by
Dark
year,
Souls, bro.
but it's like what is this goofy ass made up like in a post-apocalyptic world where all of the prisoners have escaped and also it's a desert, like it's like what
This
is
is literally
fucking
the start of
goofy
It's
country?
Dark
every
Souls
Dark
1.
Souls game. In Dark
Yeah,
Souls,
this is
they
Dark Souls,
send
yeah.
you to the asylum,
Makes no sense.
and you gotta
And then the crow
break out.
takes you.
Keith
The crow
Urban
takes
is the
you.
chosen one. He made it to America.
Yeah,
This is so good. This is powerful. This
This
might
is
turn into a
crazy.
shitty animation.
I'm learning so I know
so much
about the world. Oh my
I
god.
this is the
So you thought you were gonna come in here and just hear a bunch bunch of slurs and a bunch of racism, but
And don't worry,
only
the part that we are cutting, it has all of that.
Yeah, that was
But
literally just getting it out of our
yeah,
system.
yeah,
The,
yeah.
yes,
let
yes.
me ask you this. Okay, June, another Twitter question because this has been a hot topic, but for Zach and I, both of us, and I'm sure you feel this way too, because everybody feels this way. It's not even an interesting opinion. Twitter it sucks, right? It's horrible to be
Oh,
on. It's a horrendous website to be on, and I try to spend as little time on there as possible for my own sanity. Do you ever feel like you're pulling your hair out, or do you feel like your resilience to the website is kind of cause for your celebrity there, that you've been able to weather the storm?
I get like the website is objectively like horrible and worse than it was and like just evil. There's like all
Hmm.
these awful people at every corner. I basically I'm at a point on here where I essentially get doxxed by either a massive like right-wing media figure or just like random people pretty much weekly at this point. It's been for the last like month. I've just like continued to be doxxed, which is like horrible.
Yeah, that's
But
Yeah.
horrifying.
it's yeah, which it sucks. But like also, I'm like I don't care. Like I'm just kind of hanging out. I genuinely enjoy my time on Twitter. Like maybe I'm psychotic, maybe I'm crazy, but
That
I
is
like
very
actually have
psychotic.
I
You
have
might be
fun.
psychotic.
I have fun. Like maybe it's because like I don't know. I just like I don't know. I like making posts. I've met just like so many cool people like in real life. Like I've
Yeah,
made so many in real life friends that I am like so close with through this website to where I can like never truly hate it. I feel like I don't know.
yeah.
I'm also just kind of a maniac and nothing really gets to me. Like and I mean that genuinely. Like I there is I think the first time I was doxxed was the only time I was like genuinely very scared and like kind of
Mm.
considering maybe not using Twitter, but I don't know. There's like a combination of being trans and just having to become resilient and then just existing on this insane website that's awful and evil, and I've just I feel like nothing will kind of scare me anymore,
Yeah, I
maybe.
saw you just shrug that off before we got on to record, but you were like, because what's this stupid drama I'm seeing? Andy No filmed that new movie.
He didn't film it, but Alex Garland took footage and I assume gave money to Andy Ngo because I don't think you can just use someone's footage
Right,
without
right.
payment. So basically, yeah, so there's Andy Ngo like footage in the film, and he gives like a shout out, like a
That's
special
such
thanks
a
to Andy
fun
Ngo.
name.
Yeah.
Like he's coming at you with a
Indeed,
knife.
yeah.
You know, Andy No, no,
Yeah.
Andy
Wait,
No.
what is this
Well,
film?
well,
What's
well.
the backstory that I'm
June,
missing here?
June posted about the film, and like 30 seconds later, like a 10-person account just posts their entire
Dead name.
dead
Yeah.
name, and like, "Man, how dare you talk about Andy Ngo or whatever? And it's like, it's dude, I see that shit. And it's just like,
Classic Neo
bro,
head.
chill. What are you
Yeah,
Yeah,
like?
it's not that
It's
serious, man.
not that
yeah,
serious,
it's
Like
really
dog.
not that
yeah, we're just
serious.
like I'm just hanging out. Like I don't know.
There's
Like I
people that view Twitter like a war. Like it's like
Yeah,
there's this
it's
team
true
player
though.
shit, and it's like, bro,
the
get a job.
2016 yeah yeah,
Yeah,
like the 2016 election kind of like originally got me to like okay, online's really not that important with like the online war, the like political
It
war, and
was
then
the
especially in
opposite for
2020.
me
Really? Okay.
because
mm.
I was on 4chan making Keck and Pepe
You were
memes,
doing
Oh,
meme
putting
you're one of
put no,
magic.
those
I
guys.
wasn't
Meme
doing meme magic,
magic.
but I witnessed it, and it really felt like, wow,
You
4chan
had a
kind
finger
of
on the
broke
pulse
its.
there.
I had my finger completely in the asshole of America, dude. Because I remember I was in
Uh,
college, and my teachers were all like, Trump's gonna get pwned, and I was like, actually, I've been looking at some threads online, and I think he might have a chance. And people all laughed at me, and
yeah,
Yeah.
then
there you go.
I'm just saying,
I've been on some
4chan
forums
was
and I've
right.
seen some. Yeah, for
who
they
is
were
this
they were right.
4chan?
Yeah, who is anonymous? So when are they gonna catch that guy?
They
You know
become
what's
so Reddit. They became so Reddit. Sorry, continue yours.
I don't know. Well, it's funny because as we're talking about this, June, and you're kind of just saying like, I'm just hanging and stuff like that. It's funny you mention it because like, yeah, I've never seen you get angry on Twitter, which is really unusual. It's not the norm because like, especially with someone, even though I don't believe you're really posting things that are contentious or worthy of people getting mad at you. I know that people do get mad at you. Was
People get
there
mad at you for
ever
anything.
for
It's
anything? I
just
know.
a
I mean,
thing.
people get mad at us for posting
No
drawings. I mean, it's
reason.
like no
No
reason,
reason.
literally no reason.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
can't even
but
draw and they're mad. It's
you
it's
can't do anything.
ridiculous.
And what was there ever a time in the history of your Twitter account where you like felt like you lashed out or lost your cool at somebody? Did you ever have a phase like
Um,
that?
when I was a lot smaller of an account before I was like really well known, I don't know if I really lost my cool, but when I had like 6,000, 7,000 followers before I kind of like started like I guess popping off for lack of a better word,
Hmm.
I got into so I posted something so like hold on, sorry, one second.
Sneezing. She's
Yeah, I just got over a flu. Sorry about that.
letting out a huge fart.
Yeah. No, I'm just screaming because I'm getting really mad. I just had to I'm pissed the fuck off. No, so like I made it like a really like easy post. It was so easy. And it was like a format kind of going around at the time in like 2021. This was like 2021. This is like 3 years ago now. And I just made a post that said there should be a slur for capitalists. It's like so easy, so like I don't know, easy post, dumb, whatever.
Hmm.
And a bunch of people that I was mutuals with and that followed me at the time, a lot of this like kind of I'm gonna maybe get hate for this word, but like the like Picrew crowd, like you guys know the Picrew like
Harris
Twitter
doesn't know. You'll have to
Wait, I don't know
explain.
okay.
what that means.
Once you
I don't
see
know
what
what
one
that
of them
means.
looks like, you'll know what it is. It's like this generative build your own avatar type thing,
Oh dear God.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
it's
it's
like the
for
type of
fluffy
people.
people.
It's like the type of people that like probably should still be
Ten
on Tumblr.
tender queers. Tender queers.
Is
Another
that
yeah,
it?
Tender
another
queers.
word for tender queers. Yeah,
Yep.
another word for that. And so I like made that post, and
Mm.
someone quote tweeted that and said like, "Wow, this person thinks that like oh like white." I think if I remember exactly what they said, they're like white people just love to invent new slurs, and then from there it just like spiraled out. And a lot of people like in that sphere got mad at me. I think I lost like 1,000 followers that week. Like I'm not even joking.
My
I got like
God.
I like that was like the last time I got canceled, and that was like in 2021, and I lost like 1,000 followers. Like I went from like 7,000 to like 6,000. I lost like probably 50 mutuals. I still have people that from that time, whenever they like see I have a new account, they block me immediately.
That's
What the
Yeah,
hell? Let
crazy.
it
yeah.
go.
These
That's
people like
crazy.
no, it like spawned like like my being canceled by this like crew. Does the phrase the Pug Patrol mean anything to you guys?
That I'm
No.
lost on. Unless you're
You
talking about
lost
like
it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
The
Is
Pog
oh yeah.
Patrol.
yeah,
Yeah,
what
so there's a know your meme page about this Pug Patrol. If not to be like Google it, but
I'm looking it up. I gotta see what
so
this
so
is.
Harris
this
is
was an
dating a pug.
so this was like an era of Twitter, and the people that this is about are the people that got mad at me. But it was an era of Twitter where it was like pre-Elon, and it was like right after like the 2020 election and like before Elon bought Twitter, where like the left like irony left slash leftist sphere online and shitposter left kind of like all just were like at like a discourse war. It was a constant discourse war.
Yeah.
It went on for like a year, a constant year, essentially just in the background of people that would just get mad about anything. Like, it was always like the
Yeah,
stuff about
yeah.
like, oh, you're being ableist by saying the word like sit or something like that or whatever. I don't know. Just like dumb bullshit like that. And I was involved with this discourse because they was the same people that got mad at me. But one of the like funniest parts of this, and it's now deleted, but it was like right after the Snickers dick vein thing happened, and this person, this post is on the Know Your Meme about Pog Patrol. It's about me, and it says you make fake news headlines. Some of it is very similar to the wait, how do you say this? Stochastic terrorism employed by the right. Woke culture has gone too far, but it's supposed to be funny when you do it because yeah, no,
What
Yo.
the
it's like
fuck?
this type of person.
Yo.
It's like this kind of person, you
Oh
know?
So
my
let me ask you,
God.
when you were enduring this, were you, because you lost 1,000 followers, were you like it is so Jover. Or did you or did you already recognize like these people are
We're
lunatics and
Barack.
like it's probably for the best that yeah, we're so
So
Barack.
when it first happened, so like I said, this discourse with this like sphere, like these two warring spheres of left Twitter, it went on for a year. But when I first went after for specifically like the like capitalist post that I made, I actually did feel like it was over. And I almost actually deleted my Twitter account at the
Oh
time and
wow.
started over.
No.
I made an like
Damn.
a new account that I was like getting like my close homies on, like because I was like I'm starting over, like I genuinely
You were
felt like it was
Noah's
over.
Arking it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, no, because I've never, because like I've like been online vaguely for a long time, but I never had like I was never like in a Twitter space where people like would like I would post on forums, but like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys know how forums are. You're not like famous, you don't have like a following on a forum
Right,
necessarily.
right.
So I
Yeah.
never experienced like a cancellation. So when I experienced that, I was actually I was sad. Like I was
Yeah.
actually like mentally affected by that at the time. But no, I talked to a bunch of people, like some people I like vaguely knew at the time that I like was kind of close with. I don't know if you guys know Spurt Magoo, but like that
I
crew
know
that like
Spurt Magoo. I know.
yeah, yeah, Spurt.
I
I love
think they
Spurt.
used to follow. Let me confirm if I like them or not. If they still follow me.
They follow you.
But
Oh
like
god.
that crew, that like weird like left posts shit post crew kind of took me in. They added me to a couple of group chats, and then I made a lot of new
That's
friends, and then
nice.
I was like, we're back.
They
I'm
don't
back.
follow me anymore.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck Spurt
uh
Magoo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's so insane to me that the left would get mad at you because to me it's like you're the poster child. You're the left's Princess Diana of like the online sphere, and it's like because
I mean,
I hate pandering to my audience, but there are days like. "Hmm, maybe I should let them know I am not a Nazi. But if even you can't please them, go fuck yourself, left.
yeah,
Go
no,
yeah.
fuck
and
yourself.
this was like a different time. My audience is not like that anymore.
Right,
I have a
right.
much
Yeah.
better audience at this point, and the people that like were like that with me are they still don't like me. So like they have me
Yeah.
blocked,
Well, I don't know how good
Yeah.
your audience is with after I made a hey, I support my friend for being trans, and they thought it was an epic Reddit moment. So maybe you don't have the
Maybe they're not
best
that great.
audience. Yeah, maybe they're
Maybe
not
Yeah.
that
not.
great.
I do I do
That's why I deleted that post though, because I was like come on, dude.
yeah.
Like
People
I love
just get yeah, people just I don't know why. That I
My
have
problem,
noticed
I care too much.
your
That's
heart's
simply it.
too
My
deep. You
heart's
love
too
too
big.
heavy.
Yes,
it
yes.
is really interesting on online and maybe it's not just on Twitter, maybe this is just a human thing in general. I feel like if somebody's never heard of you, the first impression is what matters because if they decide that they don't like you, you will never unwind that. Like it'll never,
Yeah.
Ah,
you know what I
bro,
mean?
you'd be
K- k-
surprised how many women have told me when I first met you, I wanted to kill you, and then wound up smooching me days later.
Oh,
I'm just
can
gonna
really?
can I
say, I'm just gonna
I don't
say.
know.
can I tell? Okay, I want to tell a story going back to like being recognized in public. So
Yeah.
I play Super Smash Brothers Melee competitively. Like
Let's go. Who's your
I go
main?
to tournaments. I
Who's your
play
main?
Captain Falcon. I'm a Captain
All
Captain
Falcon
right,
main.
fresh,
Falcon. I
fresh.
knew
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I've actually
You
popped
do
in your stream, so I know
the
that. Yeah.
yeah. Beetle, you did. Yeah,
fruity little pink suit. Is that the
yeah. I like the green. I like
I
the
like it
booger
the
too.
suit.
green? Okay.
Booger suit.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
Booger
pink.
suit.
I like the pink one.
I
But
do the pink suit. I do.
Everyone
yeah,
goes pink though. I have
it's
to
so
be
cute.
different. I have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
Plus, it has like that extra frame advantage for that one like hitbox.
Yes.
But so I went to I started going to this Chicago tournament, mid lane, and I was just hanging out with a couple of friends playing some friendlies, and this dude comes up to me and he looks at me and he's like, I have you blocked on Twitter. I don't like you. And I'm like,
What?
oh, and yeah, no, I'm not even joking. He said that to me. And I'm like, I like look at him and I'm like, dude, that's awesome. If I saw me on Twitter, I'd block me too. And he like by the end of the night, we were homies. Like every
Yeah,
time
That
we
is
see each other
yeah.
so
now, we
funny.
Yeah.
like fist
Yeah,
bump. We're
yeah.
like, hell yeah, let's play some doubles again sometimes. We're like homies now. I don't know.
Yes.
I
I
like
think
you try to meet people in real life.
That's
yes,
what makes
I was
me,
gonna
I
say
think that's what I'm insecure about because I know if I met half these people, some of them I'd throw off a cliff. But the other half, I know we'd have a beer
I
together and it would all be
that's
fun.
yes. I do
Yeah.
think in general people in real life are way more inclined to be friendly and cordial and actually want to make a good impression. And online there's no sense of like what's not okay to say or like not okay
Yeah.
and not an
And
okay way to behave. And so
and
people
like
just get really angry.
experiencing that and like experiencing, and I'm like doing air quotes right now, experiencing being canceled before, and like that's why I don't like do intern, like that's why I don't go after people who don't deserve it, you know, like I don't like pile on like
Mm,
discourse whatever. It's just because it's like I don't know, the online space is like so curated in a way that like will make you think worse of a person for whatever bullshit. So I, unless someone's like objectively horrible, I try not to like give into that sort of stuff, you know.
that is true.
Has there been
Has there?
anyone you've ever gone after that you've felt like didn't deserve it in the end?
I think there was. I think I was just fuck. Who I was just talking to someone recently about this. Fuck. Um. Oh, you know, I might get some heat for this by your crowd, but Joe Cat. Do you guys remember that Joe Cat video? The one where it's like, I like all the
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
girls.
where
yeah,
he likes
yeah,
women.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like after that all happened, and after that, like all kind of affected him. And I actually like had a conversation with Joe Cat. I don't know if we're cool, but like I actually did feel some regret like going after him and feeling some of that, seeing like what
Mm,
happened to him, and like how that affected him. Because that was like he didn't really do anything other than fall for bait that I thought was like I thought it was really funny that he fell for someone claiming that she made the video. Like that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Falling for bait is
Claire
hilarious.
Penis.
Yeah, clear
mm.
penis.
Yeah. But
But then yeah, like
that is
so
one
I
of
like
those
that's like an
things
example where I'm like, you know, he didn't really like deserve all
deserve
the
it.
hate.
Really deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, how do you watch that video and not just be like, dude, gay? That this video is gay. That's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
you. That's why it's like. But
It,
once I
yeah.
saw all the, I didn't join in it at all. But once I saw like baby accounts going and calling him the fucking F slur and shit, I was like,
Well, the
this is kind
problem
of
is,
not
and
Yeah,
cool.
because
this
like
is always the
Nazis started going
problem.
after him, like
Yeah,
Oh
and
insane
it's
yeah.
framing
like
or so, and I
you're
was like, oh
allowed to be
shit.
cringe. You're allowed to be
It's okay
fucking
to be
cringe,
cringe,
you know. And
and
it's
that's the ultimate problem with Twitter is that there's no nuance. Like you can't look at the video like that and be like, this video is cringe. You know, Joe Cat is you know, whatever. I don't know anything about him, but it's like, you know, he's a nice guy, but man, this video is really embarrassing, and people will be and just move on. It has to turn into this huge pile on this poor guy that like. Yeah, it's like you don't want to stand by the video necessarily, but you also are just like, Jesus, man, like leave the guy alone. Like he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
and that's why I
deserve
try
all
to like
this.
not do that as much as possible. Just like make jokes, like post jokes, have fun,
Yeah,
like just
it's
just
true.
hang out, just
It's
drink, like
true.
go beer mode, just go beer mode, hang
Beer
out.
mode.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do typically feel like my opinion on people has like softened over time on Twitter. I mean, because it's I feel like I reached a boiling point where like I really started to just hate everyone on Twitter, where I was just and I was like, I really need to just go zen on this and just remember that, you know, like a lot of people are dumb, but it's also like okay to be dumb. Like being dumb doesn't mean that you're evil or a bad
right.
person. It just means that you're dumb or don't know how to act. And it's like I just that's partly why I had to discipline myself to just be like scrolling Twitter less because I can't be on you cannot be on there for more than 35 seconds without finding something like heinously disagreeable. Like so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
left or right, like any political it doesn't even matter. Like somebody's gonna be
But
saying
most of it's
something.
bait these days. Like
It's yeah, a
it's like
lot of it's
all
Yeah,
bait.
engagement shit, and it's like,
I mean, the other thing that's
ugh.
honestly even just upsetting on a human level is like I know you guys see this all the time where sometimes you'll click on a thread that's popular like if one of these like nature is amazing accounts you click on there and there are like two bots that are talking to each other and it's like
yeah.
amazing the porcupine is an animal that comes from here and there's one under it and they're saying like this is an incredible comment and I'm just like what like dude
Dude,
what the
there
fuck
was
The
like
one.
funniest. Oh wait,
There was
are you gonna talk about the flirting one?
no. I was gonna say the one someone posted today. It was like clearly a bot that like generated an image, but it's like a beautiful black woman with like a second black woman growing out of her
I
head as
just
the
scrolled past that.
profile.
I literally just saw this shit.
It looks like a
Yeah.
Men in Black creature, and it's like, what is going on, dog?
That
you-
is so
Elon,
have
do you
you guys-
remember when he posted that? I'm going to kill all the bots like 3 years ago, and it's just gotten way fucking worse. It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No,
That's
I
crazy.
saw I wish I kept a screenshot of it. I don't think I have it. I've not been able to find it, but I saw two like AI like bots, like the Pussy and Bio type bots
Mhm.
flirting with each other in replies. Like they responded to each other and were like flirting. It's incredible. The state of the internet's insane right
Yo,
It's
now.
speaking
insane.
of
Yeah.
flirting, that one like a month ago of like I don't think it was an AI, but he was making the images with AI of like you
Yeah.
made fun of it, Harris. Like it would just be
What was
like a
that?
woman with like the body of Grimace in like a fucking
Yeah.
military outfit, and then
Yeah.
there'd be like 80-year-old British men like, "Hello, love, I'd love to take you
Yeah,
out for like
it's
chicken or
literally
whatever."
like, please let me fly you out tonight, like
It's like,
second
dude.
home, and you got to just be like, you want to just reply to those guys and just be like, bro, like I like it makes me sad because it just makes me think that this guy, I'm like, do you have family members checking in on you because you are like literally 2 clicks away from sending away your entire will and testament to like
I like I do feel bad for these people, but like so there's one of those guys I follow on Twitter because whenever his replies to these like obviously fake AI posts pop up on my timeline, it fills me with such joy. One of my favorite ones that I have here is so it's just obviously AI generated woman, so obvious, and her nipples are protruding, just like Barney
Based.
Frank's,
classic.
Based.
very Barney Frank core. And he says
Barney Frank.
he says,
Good.
I love your Naples.
He's Italian. He did. He knew what he was talking about.
I
I
love
love your
your Naples.
nipples,
I
baby.
I love this guy. Whenever he appears on my timeline, he just fills me with
Is
joy.
he
That's
American or is
awesome.
it? Do you think like an accent
His
type thing?
I think it's an accent. His name's Hakeem. So
Please
I
be
don't
Indian.
yeah.
Please be
I
Indian.
think
Please
I
be
think
Indian.
I
Please.
love it. I love that shit.
I think
It,
he's Indian. Yeah.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
Well,
amazing.
his name's Hakeem. His name's Hakeem. That's Indian, right? Is that Indian?
I
I
don't
don't know.
know. Hakeem almost sounds
Hakeem?
like Arabic to me.
I
Maybe.
know, I
Arabic?
know. I have an
Okay.
American friend named Hakeem. I don't even fucking
Yeah,
It's
know,
okay. I
it
just
says
looked
honestly.
up the name.
Arabic.
It's Arabic. Yeah. So he's
Arabic. Yeah.
Arabic of some sort.
Dude,
That
you know
you know
what?
what that's called, ladies and gentlemen, advanced racism, right? Yeah, I was able to pinpoint that without knowing what the name.
Just enhance,
Yeah,
enhance.
it's yo. I
Uh,
gotta go pee. I'm gonna go outside.
you know what actually makes me think like there's not really a joke here, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here that if somebody decided to write a script that just blocks accounts that have a string of numbers longer than 3 in a row, you would actually kill the bot problem in like one go. That
Oh
would be
my
it.
God.
Because they all have it's all like I'm literally looking at the post with the two-headed chick right now, the two-headed bot. Who she just wrote,
No,
should I have a party? I'm not a party person, but her name is Fipstein49652, and they all have that
it's always
string
five.
of
It's
numbers.
always a
It's
string of
always
five.
5 numbers.
Yeah, that's been like a joke for a while. Like even before like Elon bought Twitter, like it was always like like new account with 5-digit numbers at the end of it. Of course, you have like an insane thing to say or like a really
Yes.
obviously AI response. No, that's like kind of funny because like I really want someone to run one of those like block lists on specifically
Yes.
5-digit number usernames.
Have
I
you
I
ever
would be
used one of
willing to bet.
those?
No, I've
I've
never
never
used
used a
one.
block
No,
list.
no, me either. I would be so curious to see how many accounts that would block though,
Oh,
running
you'd
one of
probably
those.
block out. You'd block so many right away. And I
Easily a
mean,
million. Easily a million.
easily. That's probably lowballing it. I mean, like you look at if you literally look at Elon Musk's follower. I mean, I know this accusation gets thrown around. It's basically common knowledge that I mean, no less than half of his followers. What does he have? Like 170 million followers. No less than half of them have to be bots. And like when you look at the replies under his tweets, it's all just complete gobbledygook nonsense. There's nothing to take from it. And I do
Yeah.
wonder if that bothers him. Like just when he tweets that when he has to look at his comments under the tweet that it's an endless scroll because I've actually tried before on an Elon tweet where like you're like okay cool the first tweet obviously a bot the second one is also a bot or it says like super follower Musk Glazer 69 and then you like
Yeah.
okay and I'm like okay let me scroll where let me actually see what somebody I know is saying about this and it's an endless scroll of bots it's like it's just it doesn't stop and it just makes me wonder if that just like doesn't I can't help but imagine that bugs him like you don't
Yeah,
have
oh
any
yeah.
human engagement on your posts? Doesn't that bother you, dude? I don't
And
get
that's
it.
the weird thing too is I think one of the like worst decisions in Twitter history is doing prioritizing accounts with check marks on top of every
Oh
other
my
reply,
God.
because you guys remember how it used to be where you and the homies would quote tweet a dude, like let's say Andrew Tate, and you would start like roasting him in the replies, and you and your homies with your replies would eventually ratio him. But like
Hmm.
quote tweeting and like dunk replying people is over. People don't do that anymore. Like on
No.
like specifically
It's
those like
true.
big accounts with like that have these blue check marks and these blue check mark followings that reply to everything, or all these bots. Like that sort of like tweet, like it has completely changed how replying has like gone, because now it is like a lot of those like bot replies where it's like, specifically I've noticed it on accounts that will have like, oh, like Science Daily, sort of like those like gimmick accounts where it's like they post a science video and it's just like a video of a dog walking. It's like that bullshit. And like you go in the replies and it's like, wow. And it's like another gimmick account with like 600,000 followers saying like, wow, look at this sunset, like something totally unrelated, but it's like a
Yes.
reply to that post. And it's like it's just all that bullshit now and all of those like accounts. It's I don't know, that has like ruined parts of
Yo,
Twitter,
It,
I think.
as
it's
cooked as
crazy.
Twitter is, Facebook is obliterated. I sent you
It's
that.
yes.
I sent
Is it
Harris
Twitter
bad?
that
is
picture the other day of like, what was it, like LeBron edited to be a skeleton in bed, and it was
yes.
like, "Today is my birthday," and like
Yeah.
80 boomers like, "Happy birthday, sir."
I saw that shit. I saw that's so
That
fucking
fucking
good.
killed me. But like, dude,
That,
AI is
dude.
murder to like people like my parents, dog. Like they see
Yeah.
that shit and they're like, "Oh, of course a pig has 10 legs and can like fly through the sky." Like,
Dude, that
it's
shit is
crazy.
No,
absolutely
Facebook
outrageous.
Facebook is so cooked. Like, yeah, it's like all of those types of posts. Like
Yes,
they're
yes,
everywhere and they
yes,
all have like 100,000 likes.
yeah,
And there it's always boomers in the replies saying amen, or like
yes,
they're always
yes.
Yes.
asked to say amen or something, and they always fucking do it. It's
It's
crazy.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
well, like, has there ever been a more expensive, like, but dead on arrival app rollout than Threads? Because
Oh
that shit
God.
was a complete non-starter. Like,
Was it
they,
worse
Yeah.
than Blue Sky? Blue Sky is
dude,
Yeah.
ass. I haven't
no,
even
no,
checked Threads
Blue
though.
Sky actually has like it's like human engagement on there. Although I do think it's funny with Blue Sky that people are like, "Come to Blue Sky. It's like Twitter, but it's way better because there's no Nazis." And I'm like, dude, you know the Nazis are like that's like 5% of what's wrong with Twitter. Like there's like going to Blue Sky just because it's whatever. That's besides the point. But dude, Threads, I don't know if you guys have ever been on there, but
Threads. Oh
I didn't
yeah.
even make a Threads. I didn't even
dude,
make
it
a Threads.
is like a useless app. It's just it's nothing. It's like well, you know how X is the everything app? Like
This is the
Threads
yeah.
is the nothing app. Like there's no there is I'm not even exaggerating. There's nothing interesting on there. It's
it's
bizarre. It's
it's
bizarre.
so it's where all the journalists on Twitter went to, basically. Like
Right,
it's a
right.
bunch of journalists, which is like fine, but
That's
like I don't know, I don't
interesting.
really care that much about
Yeah.
that type of
Why would
stuff.
the journalists go to what is the thought process there?
Is
I
Taylor
don't know.
Lorenz there? Because I may make an
Yeah,
appearance. All
she
right.
is there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, every like
Beautiful mind. Beautiful mind. She's a beautiful mind.
no, she's there. Yep.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, all they're all there, all the journalists.
Not Chaya.
No, I don't think she
Yeah,
is.
I
She's
don't.
the
Nah,
real
I
journalist.
don't think
She's
we
the
ever
real
talked about it
journalist.
on the episode, but when she showed up to that Taylor Lawrence interview and thought she was so cool with her crying Taylor
oh
Lawrence
my
shirt, and I was
God.
just
This
like,
shit was
"You
Oh,
look like a baby that just
horrendous.
shit their pants." Like,
yeah.
that was
That's
so embarrassing.
That was bad.
I
And
was
the fact
impressed
that
that Taylor didn't start throwing a little sass back. Like, I would have
no,
been
well,
fucking.
I thought that it was pretty decent in that like Taylor retained her composure. I even think that Taylor probably could have. I think she could have gone harder on some of the questions.
oh yeah.
Like I think she kind of was trying to seem, which is the right thing to do, try to seem like the rational and more intelligent one, which she did come out. I mean, the crazy part was that Chaya, is it Kaya? Chaya? I don't know how to say her
I
name.
think
When
Chaya, or maybe I think it's
Chaya.
Kaya. I think it's Kaya because she's
I think it's
Jewish.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, but what it was insane that like she literally couldn't string together like a 3-word sentence in that interview. It was bizarre to watch, and the fact that she must have been aware of it the second she left, because she was immediately tweeting just like, what she was like already making excuses for it. I was drugged. I don't know
Yeah,
what she said.
yeah.
She said some crazy shit that she was like, I can't, like, no, don't watch this interview. And it was like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know.
So actually, after that interview dropped, we asked Taylor to come on the podcast and talk to us about the whole thing. And something that I gotta say, a real alpha play that she did. After the interview, I'm just gonna say it's probably Kaya, whatever.
Kaya, I think
Who
it was.
There's a TikTok.
cares? Who
Yeah, Chaya.
cares? Yeah.
I will disrespect you, Chaya. She had like a cameraman with her for some reason. Like the footage that you saw posted by Taylor was Chaya's cameraman, because
What?
right after the interview finished, Taylor looks at the guy and was like, give me your camera, and she takes the camera and like downloads the video, like airdrops it from his phone that he was
Oh my
recording from.
God.
She just like took the footage from Chaya and her cameraman, and they just like let it happen. That's how she posted it before Chaya did, before
Wow.
Chaya could like edit it, you know.
I'm shocked
Very
that she
crafty,
allowed.
very crafty.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
shocked that Kaya even allowed that shit, because it's
You
like,
think she would have
yeah.
freaked out
you think
about
she would have been like, no, 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 like we're deleting that. This is not ever hitting the internet, because it was like it was a non-interview. I mean, there was nothing. It was fascinating, but not because it was like two great minds or meeting. It was
Yeah,
fascinating because it was just like, how did it come to this? What are we looking at here? It was just a complete train wreck.
yeah,
That
just
was
like that shirt.
bizarre.
Like that shirt though, going back to that shirt, that's like a really funny idea you have, that you're like, oh, this is gonna be like a great bit. Like I'm gonna own like the crying lib. She's gonna cry, she's gonna scream, she's gonna pout. But then it just like
Yeah.
doesn't land and no one acknowledges it. And it's just like you're just wearing it. You're just locked into that bullshit. That had to have been so embarrassing. And I love that.
what was
I
she?
love that.
What were they torturing that poor woman over that made her cry? I don't even remember.
Oh, it wasn't a
I don't
face
even
app filter?
know.
She was really crying?
I don't even
Yeah,
know,
I
I'll be
remember she
honest.
was upset about something, but I forget. I forget what it was. No, yeah,
Oh
no, it was a
no.
real picture here. It was a real picture of her crying.
Yeah, here's what I would love to see. Especially if you guys on Western Kabuki are doing like investigative journalism with, especially with, political liberal-minded people. Here's somebody I really want to know where the hell they are right now.
Mm.
The liberal woman screaming after Trump got elected, who has done irreversible damage to the left wing through this one footage of her going,
Yeah,
where
so
I'm really curious where she is now, and what, and
funny you
yeah,
mentioned that, because I think she did an interview like a year ago with
Oh, wow.
really,
yeah, she did do like a this is like what happened and like where she is now. Fuck, where was it? I swear I saw that. I swear I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. But I swear like a year ago or so, she did an interview talking about that. I hope I'm not wrong because I can't find it
wow,
right
I
now.
I would really be
Um,
curious to see that. Like, she must have a major regret about it, obviously, because it's been, she's been clowned on it like ruthlessly for it. But I really, it is insane to me that we're 8 years out from this now. When did this
yeah,
happen? Yeah.
2016's never going to end, bro.
I
Like
know it's
2016 is just gonna
endless.
go fucking on
Literally,
forever.
like whenever something is happening where I see a right wing account that's trying to get their, a dunk in on a left wing account, in the replies, you'll
It's
always
always
see an account posting this video, and I'm like, dude, this is so old. Like, no one is doing this anymore. Where is this woman? I'd be fascinated to know where she is.
Now, you're watching a podcast with Harris in it, so it's clear that you like things uncut. And if you want to see the whole, extended, uncut version of this episode, head on over to the Cold Cuts Patreon, where on top of this episode, you'll receive access to the whole backlog of Patreon episodes, as well as the Patreon-only Discord server. And let me tell you, I only know that Harris is uncut because I'm in that Discord server.